class we are going to a new topic, that is a logistic regression. I am going to explain when will you go for logistic regression over linear regression. And whenever there is a, see generally when we are doing linear regression, both independent variable and dependent variable are continuous. When in independent variable there is a categorical data, we have used dummy variable regression. There may be a chance even in the dependent variable there may be some categorical variable. In that case we should go for logistic regression. I will explain this logistic regression with the help of example, then I will interpret our Python output. At the end I will explain the theory behind this logistic regression. The class agenda is that we will build a logistic regression model, then I will do the demo for logistic regression model. We will see the application of logistic regression. In many regression applications, the dependent variable may only assume two discrete variable. For example, in the linear regression also, the dependent variable was a continuous variable, independent variable also continuous. But sometime what may happen, the dependent variable may be discrete values, for example gender, for example good or bad or success or failure. So, the y value, so what is happening, see in a linear regression y equal to a plus b0 x1, b1 x1, b2 x2. If x1 x2 are independent variable, y is a dependent variable. In the x1 if there is any categorical data, we should go for a dummy variable regression. Sometime in the dependent variable there may be some categorical data, for example 0, 1, it may be gender, it may be quality of product, good or bad, whether a person will buy the product or not buy the product. Whenever there is two options, it may be a categorical, that time we should go for a logistic regression. For instance, a bank might like to develop a estimated regression equation for predicting whether a person will be approved for a credit card or not. Here the y, the dependent variable is a person will be approved for getting credit card or not. We have two possibility, then you should go for logistic regression. The dependent variable can be coded as y equal to 1 if the bank approves the request for a credit card and y equal to 0 if the bank reject request for the credit card. Using logistic regression, we can estimate the probability that the bank will approve the request of a credit card given a particular set of values for the chosen independent variable. This may be applicable when you go for applying loan, whether this person will repay the loan or not, because there are two possibility. So, that also we can use logistic regression. Somebody applying for some jobs, whether he will get the job or he will not get the job. For that purpose you can go for logistic regression. In your context we can say whether you will get the placement or not. Here it is only two possibility, a person may get or may not get the placement. So, that case we can have different independent variables. So, what kind of independent variables will help you to get the placement? That kind of problem can be solved with the help of this logistic regression model. Let us take one example. This example is taken from the book Statistics for Business and Economics, 11th edition by David Anderson, Dennis Sweeney and Thomas Williams. I will suggest you this book is excellent book to understand the concepts. The problem also which I have taken in this lecture is from this book. Let us consider an application of logistic regression involving direct mail promotion being used by Simon stores. The store name is Simon, so they are going for a promotion. Simon owns and operates a national chain of women's apparel stores. 5,000 copies of expensive 4-color sales catalog have been printed, and each catalog includes a coupon that provides a $50 discount on purchase of $200 or more. The catalog are expensive and Simmons would like to send them to only those customers who have the highest probability of using the coupon. Now we have to identify for what kind of customers we have to target so that they will use the coupon. What are the variables in these problems? The management think that the annual spending is one of the variable at Simmons stores, and whether a customer has a Simmons credit card are two variables that might be helpful in predicting whether a customer who receives the catalog will use the coupon. So, there are two independent variable, one is annual spending, second one whether the person having Simmons credit card or not. Simmons conducted a pilot study using a random sample of 50 Simmons credit card customers and 50 other customers who do not have the Simmons credit card. Simmons sent the catalog to each of the 100 customers selected. At the end of the test period, Simmons noted whether the customers used the coupon or not. By using this data set, they are going to construct a regression equation model so that they can target to whom this catalog can be sent, so that they will use this coupon so that the sales will increase. This is a data set I have shown only for 10 customers, but there are 100 data set. 50 data set people are those who are not having the credit card, remaining 50 are those who are having the credit card. So, spending is one of the independent variable. Having or not having, for example, 1 means having the credit card, 0 means not having the credit card. Here the coupon also, 0 means they have not used the coupon, 1 means they have used the coupon. So, the coupon, this variable, this is going to be our dependent variable. This is one independent variable x1, this is another independent variable x2. You see that the x2 variable is a categorical variable, right. Actually, in case there are different levels, we have to convert into a dummy variable, then you have to run the analysis. But in this problem, directly it is given whether the person has used having the credit card or not having the credit card. Now, we will go for what is the explanation of variables. The amount of each customer spent last year at Simmons is shown in thousands of dollars, and the credit card information has been coded as 1 if the customer has the Simmons credit card, 0 if not. So, the two variable, one is how much spent they last year, whether the person having the credit card or not. If the person having credit card, 1, otherwise it is 0. In the coupon column, which is dependent variable, a 1 is recorded if the sampled customer used the coupon, 0 means if not. First we will go for what is the logistic regression equation. If the two values of the dependent variable y are coded as 0 or 1, the value of expected y in equation given below provides the probability that y equal to 1 given a particular set of values for the independent variable of x1, x2, xp. So, logistic regression equation is expected value of y equal to e to the power b0 plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 up to beta p. There are p independent variable plus 1 plus e to the power beta 0 plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 and so on up to beta p xp. So, this y is, we are going to predict y, it is going to be 0 or 1. You may ask the question, why not we use simple linear regression equation here? Because the simple linear regression equation cannot be used for this problem, because there are two possibilities. We have assumed that the when you plot this data set, I will tell you in the next slide that is there. One assumption is that error term in a simple linear regression should follow a normal distribution. But here the y variable is only two possibility. So, that will follow binomial distribution, and the error term of a logistic regression will follow binomial distribution. So, you cannot use your simple linear regression whenever there is a y value is categorical variable. Because of the interpretation of expected y is a probability of logistic regression equation is often written as expected value of y equal to p of y equal to 1 given x1, x2 up to xp. So, we are going to find out the expected value of y. This was the example that why we cannot use linear regression. So, what will happen, here no way you cannot construct any linearity, because here the x variable is spending spending is a continuous variable, the y variable is a person has used coupon or not. So, what is happening? Whenever their income is low, they also used the coupon. When the incomes are more, that time also they have used the coupon. So, you cannot construct a, for this data set, when you fit here this kind of linear regression, there is no meaning for that. So, one way to fit the line for this kind of data is a S shaped curve that I will show you in the next slide. It will become this way, that I will show you in the next slide. Yeah, this one. Assume that there are independent variables there, the range of independent variable up to say 0 to 5. The expected value is nothing but the probability. You see that when this x equal to 3, it is getting the maximum value between 3 and 4. Whenever the value of x is between 3 and 4, there is a higher chances that expected value of y will be 1. When it is below 2, when the x value is below 2, there is a higher chance that the expected value will become 0. So, there are two possibilities, and the rate of change also, you see here, the rate of change also very high between 1 and 2, but between 2 and 3 the rate of change is low, but between 3 and 4 the rate of change is more. So, this is a S shaped curve for a logistic equation. So, what we are understanding here, when x equal to 3, whenever the value of x is more than 3, there is a more chance the value of expected value of y will be 1. When it goes below 1 or below 2, there is a more chance that the expected value of y will be 0. When you go right hand side, there is a more chance that the expected value of y is become 1. Now, I will explain what is that previous curve. Note that the graph is S shaped. The value of expected y range from 0 to 1, that is an x axis, with the value of expected value of y gradually approaching 1 as the value of x becomes larger, and the value of expected value of y approaching 0 as the value of x become smaller. Note also that the value of expected y representing probability increase fairly rapidly as x increases from 2 to 3, after that it becoming constant. The fact that the value of expected value of y range from 0 to 1 and that the curve S shaped makes the equation in the previous slide this shape ideally suited to model the probability that dependent variable is equal to 1. Now, we will go for estimation of logistic regression equation. In a simple linear and multiple regression, the least square method is used to compute B0, B1 up to BP as estimates of the model parameter. What is the model parameter? 0, this is beta 0, beta 0, beta 1 up to beta p. So, what you have done with the help of this sample parameter, we have estimated the population parameter, that is beta 0, beta 1 and beta p. But the previous equation, that is the logistic equation, is nonlinear. So, the nonlinear form of the logistic regression equation makes the method of computing estimates more complex. So, what we are going to do, that is why in the previous class as I have explained, whenever there is a nonlinear form of equation, instead of using that OLS method, you have to use your maximum likelihood estimation method MLE to predict the population parameter. So, all software packages, they follow the concept of maximum likelihood estimation, which I have explained in the previous class, to predict the population parameter with the help of sample parameter. We will use computer software, the Python, to provide the estimate. At the end of the class, I will show you that. The estimated logistic regression equation is y hat is nothing but p of y equal to 1 for different x1, x2, xp equal to e to the power b0, b1. this B0 B1 is the sample parameter divided by 1 plus E B0 plus B1 x1 plus B2 x2 up to BP xp. Here y hat provides an estimate of the probability that y equal to 1 given a particular set of values of the independent variables. The y hat is the probability. That probability will tell us how much chance the p of y equal to 1. If it is a higher probability that p of y equal to 1, if y hat is low, you will get a lower probability. I have brought the screenshot of the logistic regression. There are two independent variables, one is card and spending, there are y is a dependent variable. So I am going to get a constant x1 equal to sm dot add underscore constant. Here you see that we are going to use logit model. Logit underscore model equal to sm dot logit y comma x1. Result equal to logit underscore model dot fit print result dot summary 2, then you will get this output. So look at this is the constant is minus 2.14. This coefficient of card is 1.0987. The coefficient of spending is 0.3416. See there that there are 100 observations. I have shown only in my previous slides only 10 observation only for understanding purpose. The model is logit model and there are pseudo r square is 0.101. There is a AIC, there is a log likelihood and log likelihood when the variable is not there, that is a log likelihood underscore null. This we will use to find out the G statistics, I will tell you later. Then this is a standard error of this regression coefficient. The Z value it is called Wald statistic, we can say the VAL, the Wald statistics, that is nothing but the coefficient 1.098 divided by 0.4447, you will get this one. This was the p value. There are two things you have to understand before interpreting the answer. One is we have to look at the G statistics. In the coming slides I will explain what is the G statistic. That G statistics is equivalent to F statistics our linear regression. What we have done, the F statistics in the linear regression is helping to test the overall model, and the T statistics in the linear regression is used to check the significance of an individual independent variable. The same way here the G statistics is to test the significance of overall logistic regression model. Here the Z, that is the Wald statistics, is used to test the significance of individual, the corresponding p value is used to test the significance of individual independent variable, that is means each independent variable. I will go further, then I will explain what is the meaning of that. So what are the variables? We have taken y. Y can have two possibility, 0 if the customer did not use the coupon, 1 if the customer used the coupon. X1 is the annual spending at Simmons stores, that is in terms of 1000. Then X2 is a categorical variable. Categorical variable is 0 if the customer does not have the Simmons credit card, 1 if the customer has the Simmons credit card. So we know that the expected value of y is equal to e to the power beta 0 plus beta 1 x1. This was the for the population, but this can be done with the help of y hat b0 plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 divided by 1 plus e to the power b0 beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2. So this was the sample statistic. So from the previous output, what is the b0 here? See, b0 is minus 2.1464, we got minus 2.1464. Now in our problem, the x1 spending, how much the customer has spent in the last year, see that is taken our x1 variable. Here x2 is the person is possessing the card or not. So the constant is minus 2.1464. So here x1 is the coefficient of x1 is 0.34164, we got this one 0.3416, and the coefficient of x2 is 1.0987. So, we are getting 1.0987. So, this was in the numerator, then 1 plus e to the power the same value in the denominator. We have got the output of regression equation, logistic regression equation model. We will look at interpret and we will see the managerial use of that. How to interpret this one? For example, when y equal to 1, x1 equal to 2, x2 equal to 0, what is the meaning? Suppose the person's income is $2000, is not having the credit card. When you substitute in our estimated regression equation, substitute x1 equal to 2, x2 equal to 0, both numerator and denominator. When you simplify, we are getting 0.1880. What is the meaning is that a person is not having credit card and having the expenditure of $2000, that probability of that fellow to use that coupon is 0.1880. The same case, instead of x2 equal to 0, I am going to see the interpretation x2 equal to 1. That means what? A person having the credit card spending $2000, what is the probability that that person will use the coupon? So, you substitute x1 equal to 2, previously we substituted x2 equal to 0, now substitute x2 equal to 1. So, when you simplify this, we are getting 0.4099. So, what has happened? A person having the credit card is having the more possibility of, that is the probability of y equal to 1 becoming higher. That means there is a more chance that a person having the credit card will use the coupon. So, probabilities indicates that the customers with the annual spending of $2000, the presence of a Siemens credit card increases the probability of using the coupon. How it is increasing? You see that this much. This is the probability of same income, but not having the credit card. This is the probability of having credit card. So, what is happening? The probability is increased if the person is possessing the credit card. Like that, for different possibilities. So, the previously we have explained only this portion. Now, x1 equal to 1, that means $1000, x2 equal to 1, you will get this probability, then x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to 0, you will get this probability. Like that we have extended for up to $7000. When you look at this figure, you see that when you compare the probability, the person having the credit card, there is a more chances that that fellow will use the coupon. If the person is not having credit card, there is a lesser chance to use the credit card. That is one interpretation. This, before interpreting, we have to test whether the coefficient are significant or not, because the equation which we have constructed is only for the population. The same thing also we have done our linear regression equation. The linear regression equation, we have used t test and f test to predict the significance of the independent variable. So, what is the null hypothesis? Beta 1 equal to beta 2 equal to 0. So, one or both of the parameter is not equal to 0. Now, we will go for G statistics. The test for overall significance is based upon the value of G test statistics. This is equivalent to F test statistics in our linear regression model. If the null hypothesis is true, the sampling distribution of G follows a chi-square distribution with the degrees of freedom equal to the number of independent variable in the model. In our problem, the number of independent variable is 2. So, the degrees of freedom is 2. If there is only one independent variable, the degrees of freedom for G statistics is 1. So, this was the output. I am going to explain how we got this G statistics. So, look at this value which I have colored in the blue color. Log likelihood is minus 60.487. Log likelihood when the variable is not there, that is a log likelihood underscore null is minus 67.307. To formula to find out the G statistics is G equal to minus 2 log n, that is a log likelihood with variable, likelihood first one is without variable numerator, denominator is width variable. So, G equal to 2, we got this minus 60.487, you see that this value minus 60.487. So, when it is null, that value is minus 67.307. So, when you find the difference and multiply by 2, this value is your G value 13.628. So, the value of G is, we are getting the same answer, G is 13.628, its degrees of freedom for 2 because 2 independent variable, and corresponding P value is, it is 0.001. Thus, at any level of significance, since alpha is greater than 0.00 and is very low, we would reject null hypothesis and conclude that the overall model is significant. In this class, I have explained when to go for logistic regression equation. When should we go for logistic regression equation? Whenever the dependent variable is a categorical variable, we should go for logistic regression equation. Then I have taken a sample problem. With the help of sample problem, I have used Python to predict the different values, that is the various parameters of the logistic regression equation. Then I have explained what is the G statistics. The G statistics is equivalent to F statistics in our linear regression model. In the linear regression model, F statistics is used to test the overall significance of the model. The same way, in the logistic regression equation or model, the G statistics is used to test the overall significance. But we have to check the individual significance of each independent variable, that we will continue in the next class. It is equivalent to looking at the t value of our linear regression model. In the linear regression model, t statistics is used to test the significance of individual variable. The same way, in our logistic regression equation, the Z statistics or the Wald statistics method is used to find out the significance of each independent variable. That will continue in the next class.